Welcome back to our channel World of Coins, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. Coins, in many ways, are much more than just currency. They are tangible pieces of history, connecting us to the past, to moments of significance, and to the stories of the individuals and events that shaped the world we live in today. The United States has produced thousands of different coins over the years, each with its own unique history. One of the most iconic coins in U.S. history is the Lincoln cent, or penny. The 1974 Lincoln penny may seem like a simple 5-cent piece, but it holds much more value than most people realize. In fact, certain versions of the 1974 Lincoln penny can be worth up to $88,000. It's incredible to think that a coin most of us have seen countless times could hold such value. So, why exactly is the 1974 Lincoln penny so special, and what makes it worth such a hefty price? Let's dive into this fascinating story. First, let's start by understanding the background of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, which features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back, was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Over time, the reverse design was changed in 1959 to reflect a more modern interpretation, but the obverse image of Lincoln has remained unchanged. The Lincoln penny is one of the most beloved and widely recognized coins in the world. It has been a staple in American currency for over a century, and even though it's worth just 1 cent, it holds significant value to collectors and historians alike. Now, the 1974 Lincoln penny was just one in a long line of pennies produced during the 1970s. During this period, the U.S. Mint was producing vast quantities of coins to meet the demand of an expanding economy. The 1974 penny featured the traditional image of Abraham Lincoln, and millions of these coins circulated throughout the United States during that year. To the average person, the 1974 Lincoln penny seemed no different from any other penny in circulation. It was simply another coin that could be used to purchase goods or services, worth exactly 1 cent. However, in the world of numismatics, the 1974 penny is far more than just a common coin. Like all coins, the 1974 Lincoln penny was subject to the process of minting, where imperfections or errors can sometimes occur. It's these imperfections, or mint errors, that can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. The world of mint errors is what makes coins like the 1974 Lincoln penny so fascinating. Mint errors are mistakes that happen during the coin production process, and some errors are so rare and unique that they can skyrocket a coin's value. This is precisely what makes the 1974 Lincoln penny worth so much more than its face value. One of the most sought-after mint errors for the 1974 Lincoln penny is the double die variety. This is a type of error that occurs when the die, which is used to stamp the design onto the coin, shifts during the process of striking the coin. This shift causes the design to appear doubled or imprinted twice, leading to a noticeable doubling effect on the date, letters, or numbers on the coin. The most common place to see this error on the 1974 penny is in the date, where the numbers, 1974, may appear doubled. If you come across a 1974 Lincoln penny with this error, it could be worth significantly more than just 1 cent. Double die errors are highly sought after by collectors, and finding one of these coins could make you a significant amount of money. Another error that can make the 1974 Lincoln penny more valuable is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to be shifted or misaligned. The result is a coin with a lopsided, off-center image. This error is considered quite rare, and off-center pennies can be worth much more than their face value, especially if the misalignment is extreme. If you find a 1974 penny with this kind of error, it's definitely worth a closer look, as it could greatly increase in value depending on how far off-center the design is. But it's not just mint errors that make the 1974 Lincoln penny valuable. The overall condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Coins that have been well preserved, without any signs of wear or damage, are much more valuable than coins that have been circulated and subjected to the wear and tear of everyday use. A 1974 Lincoln penny in mint state, meaning it is in nearly perfect condition and shows no signs of handling, can command a premium price. These coins have retained their original shine and detail, making them highly desirable to collectors looking to add high-quality specimens to their collections. So, what is the value of a 1974 Lincoln penny with these rare characteristics? While most of the 1974 pennies in circulation are worth just 1 cent, certain versions of the coin, particularly those with mint errors or in mint state condition, can be worth far more. If you have the good fortune to find a 1974 Lincoln penny with a significant mint error, such as the double die or off-center strike, or if the coin is in mint state, it could be worth as much as $88,000. The 1974 Lincoln penny is an excellent example of how something as simple as a coin can hold hidden value. What may seem like just another penny in your pocket could actually be a rare treasure. It's always worth checking the coins you come across, especially if they're older ones, to see if they might have mint errors that could increase their worth. Whether you find a double die error, an off-center strike, or just a penny that's in pristine condition, the value of the 1974 Lincoln penny could be far more than its face value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and the 1974 Lincoln penny is a prime example of how something ordinary can turn into a valuable collectible. So the next time you find a 1974 penny, take a moment to examine it carefully. It may be worth far more than you think, and with the right combination of rarity, condition, and minting errors, your 1974 Lincoln penny could be worth $88,000. Coins like the 1974 Lincoln penny are a reminder that history is embedded in even the smallest objects we come across every day. What was once a simple coin used for small transactions can turn into a valuable piece of American numismatic history. It's a thrilling reminder that the world of coin collecting offers endless opportunities for discovery and excitement, as long as you know where to look. Top 2. In the world of numismatics, there are a few coins that stand out for their remarkable history, rarity, and the incredible value they hold for collectors and enthusiasts. Among these treasures is the United States 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny. While the penny is a staple of everyday transactions and often dismissed as just spare change, the 1975 penny, in certain conditions, is a hidden gem that could be worth an astounding amount of money. But what makes the 1975 Lincoln penny so special? Why is it that this simple coin, worth just 1 cent when it was first issued, could now be worth as much as $83,000? Let's take a deep dive into the fascinating story behind the 1975 Lincoln penny, exploring its design, history, rare features, and the factors that contribute to its incredible worth today. The Lincoln penny has been an essential part of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909. It was designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, front, of the coin features the portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse, back, has gone through various iterations over the years. The most iconic design, the one that most people are familiar with, shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design has been used for the reverse side of the penny since 1959, and it has become an enduring symbol of American history. The 1975 penny is part of a series of coins minted in the mid-1970s, during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing large quantities of pennies to meet the demands of the economy. The coin that most people encountered during this time would have looked fairly standard, with no distinguishing features that set it apart from other pennies. For the average person, the 1975 penny was just another coin used for small purchases, until now. Today, it holds the potential for collectors to uncover rare, valuable specimens that could be worth far more than just 1 cent. At the heart of the value of the 1975 Lincoln penny is the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors occur during the production process, when the dies used to stamp the coins malfunction or cause mistakes. These errors can result in unique coins that are far rarer than those produced under normal circumstances. In the case of the 1975 penny, there are a few specific errors that have contributed to its elevated value in the numismatic market. One of the most valuable and sought-after errors on the 1975 Lincoln penny is the double die variety. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts or malfunctions during the minting process, causing the design to be stamped twice. The result is a coin with doubled images, often noticeable on the date, the lettering, and other features of the coin. A double die error can make certain details, such as the year, 1975, appear much thicker and doubled. For collectors, finding a 1975 penny with a double die error is an exciting discovery, as it is a rare and highly desirable feature. Double die coins often command a premium price because of their unique characteristics, and the 1975 penny is no exception. In addition to the double die variety, the 1975 Lincoln penny can also feature other minting errors that add to its value. One of these errors is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to be misaligned. This can result in a coin that looks lopsided or out of place, with part of the design missing or skewed. Off-center coins are highly sought after because of their rarity, and the more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you find a 1975 penny with an off-center strike, it could be worth significantly more than a typical penny, especially if the misalignment is severe. Another error that can make the 1975 Lincoln penny more valuable is the clipped planchet error. This happens when the metal blank used to make the coin is improperly cut, causing part of the coin to be missing or clipped. These clipped planchets are rare and unique, and coins with this type of error are often considered collector's items. A clipped planchet penny from 1975 can fetch a high price if the error is pronounced and easily visible. Of course, it's not just mint errors that determine the value of the 1975 penny. The overall condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its worth. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, with no signs of wear or damage, are much more valuable than coins that have been used in everyday circulation. A 1975 penny in mint state, meaning it looks as if it just came off the minting press, can be worth many times more than its face value. For a coin that's been well preserved and shows no signs of handling, the price can increase significantly. Collectors are often on the lookout for high-grade examples of the 1975 penny, and finding one in excellent condition is a rare and rewarding discovery. But how much exactly can a 1975 Lincoln penny be worth? As with many rare coins, the value is determined by a combination of factors, including the rarity of the minting error, the coin's condition, and its demand in the market. If you come across a 1975 penny with one of the aforementioned mint errors, or if it's in mint state condition with no visible wear, it could be worth a staggering $83,000. Yes, that's right, $83,000. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once so commonplace, used for everyday purchases, could now carry such an immense value. The 1975 Lincoln penny, with its potential for rare errors and its historical significance, is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can transform a simple object into a treasure. Whether it's a double die error, an off-center strike, or a coin in mint state condition, the 1975 Lincoln penny has the potential to be worth much more than anyone might expect. For collectors and numismatists, discovering these rare and valuable coins is what makes coin hunting so exciting. The search for coins like the 1975 Lincoln penny adds an element of adventure to the hobby, as each coin could hold the possibility of an extraordinary find. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, it's always worth taking a closer look at your pennies, as you never know when you might come across a valuable one. The 1975 Lincoln penny is a reminder of how something as simple as a coin can carry immense value, both historically and financially. It serves as a testament to the enduring nature of American currency and the excitement that can come from discovering a hidden gem in your collection. So, the next time you find a 1975 penny in your pocket or change jar, take a moment to examine it carefully. It could be worth far more than you think, perhaps $83,000, or more, depending on its rarity and condition. Coins like the 1975 Lincoln penny continue to fascinate collectors and coin enthusiasts around the world. Their stories are woven into the fabric of American history, and their value continues to grow as more people realize the potential treasures hiding in everyday change. Who knows? You might just have an incredibly valuable coin sitting in your collection right now, waiting to be discovered. Top 3. Coins have a unique ability to capture a moment in time, freezing history in its tracks and making it accessible for future generations to appreciate. Among the many coins produced by the United States, the Lincoln 1-cent penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and casual observers alike. Introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the penny has gone through numerous design changes and minting techniques over the years. Yet, despite being a common coin found in the pockets of millions, certain pennies can command extraordinary amounts of money. One such coin is the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny. On the surface, it might seem like just another coin from the late 20th century, but dig a little deeper, and you'll find that this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth as much as $78,000. Let's explore what makes the 1978 Lincoln penny so special and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. The Lincoln penny, or the Lincoln cent, is one of the most recognizable and historically significant coins in the United States. It has a rich history that spans over a century, with the first design created by Victor David Brenner to honor President Lincoln's 100th birthday. The obverse, front, of the coin has always featured a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse, back, has gone through various changes. The most iconic version of the reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959 and remained in use until 2008. For many, the image of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the penny evokes a sense of national pride and serves as a symbol of American history. Fast forward to 1978, when the U.S. Mint was in the midst of producing vast quantities of pennies for circulation. The 1978 penny was part of the ongoing series of Lincoln cents minted during the late 1970s. While many of these coins were simply used for everyday purchases, a few of them ended up with rare and valuable features that would catch the eye of numismatists and coin collectors. Most people who came across the 1978 penny during its circulation likely didn't give it a second thought. It was just another penny. But today, that same penny, in the right condition and with the right characteristics, could fetch an astounding price. What makes the 1978 Lincoln penny so interesting to collectors is the potential for minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a coin that differs from the intended design. These errors can happen for a variety of reasons: an improperly aligned die, a shift in the press, or even a flaw in the metal used to produce the coin. Some of these errors are incredibly rare and can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. And when it comes to the 1978 penny, there are several minting errors that have caused certain coins to become valuable. One of the most common, and highly valuable, errors found on the 1978 Lincoln penny is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts during the minting process, causing the design to be stamped more than once. As a result, certain features of the coin, such as the date or the lettering, appear doubled. For a collector, this error is incredibly desirable because it's relatively rare and easy to spot. The 1978 penny with a double die error can be particularly valuable if the doubling is visible in the date, where the 1978 will appear as if it has been struck twice, creating a noticeable thickening or ghosting effect. This type of error is especially prized because it adds a layer of uniqueness to the coin, making it stand out from other pennies from the same year. Another minting error that can elevate the value of a 1978 Lincoln penny is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing the design to be stamped off-center. This misalignment can result in a coin where part of the design is missing or the image is skewed. Off-center strikes are highly collectible, and the more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin. If you find a 1978 penny that is significantly off-center, it could potentially be worth far more than the standard 1-cent value. In addition to these specific errors, the overall condition of the coin plays a critical role in determining its value. A penny that has been heavily circulated and shows signs of wear and tear is generally not worth much more than its face value. However, a well-preserved 1978 penny that has been kept in mint condition can be worth much more. Coins that have been carefully stored in protective cases or those that have not been handled much over the years are considered to be in mint state. These coins are highly prized by collectors because they maintain their original shine and intricate details. A 1978 penny in mint state condition can command a premium price, as collectors are always looking for coins that are as close to perfect as possible. The most valuable 1978 Lincoln pennies are those that combine a rare minting error, like a double die or off-center strike, with a high grade of condition. When these factors come together, the value of the penny can soar into the tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, if you happen to find a 1978 penny with a notable minting error, in excellent condition, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $78,000. It's important to remember that not all 1978 pennies are worth a fortune. In fact, the vast majority of the coins produced in 1978 are worth only their face value, 1 cent. However, for the discerning collector or someone with a keen eye for numismatic treasures, a 1978 penny with the right combination of features can be a game changer. The thrill of finding a rare error, or simply stumbling upon a well-preserved coin that has slipped through the cracks of history, is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. The 1978 Lincoln penny is a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. It's easy to overlook a simple coin that seems so ordinary, but as we've seen, there's always more than meets the eye. The story of the 1978 penny isn't just about a coin that's worth $83,000, it's about the possibility of discovering a small piece of American history that holds immense value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who simply enjoys the thrill of finding rare coins, the 1978 Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny can hold extraordinary worth. So, the next time you come across a 1978 penny in your pocket, your change jar, or even in your collection, take a moment to inspect it closely. It might just be a valuable treasure, waiting to be discovered. And who knows? That simple penny could be worth $78,000, or more, depending on its unique characteristics and its condition. The world of coin collecting is full of endless possibilities, and coins like the 1978 Lincoln penny remind us that sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones we least expect. Top 4. When we think of coins, especially those that have been in circulation for years, it's easy to assume that they're worth just the face value. After all, a penny is just a penny, right? But what if I told you that a simple coin like the Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1993 could be worth a staggering amount of money? If you're a coin collector or simply fascinated by rare and valuable objects, you're in for an exciting journey as we explore the fascinating story behind the 1993 Lincoln 1-cent penny and why it could be worth as much as $58,000. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has become a staple of American currency, with countless versions minted throughout its long history. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the penny's obverse, front, features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse, back, has gone through several redesigns over the years. The 1993 penny features the familiar Lincoln Memorial design, which had been the standard reverse for the penny since 1959. For most people, the 1993 penny would have simply been part of their pocket change. But for collectors, it's far more than just a common coin. It has the potential to be a valuable piece of numismatic history. Coin collecting, or numismatics, is a hobby that attracts individuals who have a keen eye for detail, historical significance, and rare finds. Over the years, some seemingly mundane coins have been found to possess unique characteristics that make them highly valuable to collectors. The 1993 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of this. While many of these coins are found in circulation or tucked away in jars and boxes, a few specific varieties stand out as being extraordinarily rare and valuable. So, what makes the 1993 Lincoln penny worth so much? The key to its value lies in the presence of certain rare minting errors. Minting errors are mistakes that occur during the production process at the U.S. Mint. These errors can range from slight misprints to more significant issues, and they often lead to coins that are highly sought after by collectors. For the 1993 penny, it's the minting errors, specifically the double die variety, that have contributed to its elevated value. The double die error happens when the coin is struck twice by the same die, but with a slight misalignment between the two strikes. This creates a doubling effect on the design, which can be most noticeable on the date, letters, and other features of the coin. In the case of the 1993 penny, if you look closely at the date, you may notice that the numbers appear thicker or doubled. This doubling is what makes the coin unique and valuable. Double die coins are incredibly rare, and because they are an error, they carry a premium price in the numismatic market. Another minting error that can increase the value of the 1993 Lincoln penny is the off-center strike. This happens when the penny is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be stamped off-center. This results in a coin with part of the design missing or shifted to one side. Off-center strikes are much rarer than regular pennies, and depending on how far off-center the strike is, the coin can be worth much more than a typical penny. A 1993 penny with an off-center strike could be a valuable find for any collector, and the more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. Additionally, the 1993 Lincoln penny, like all coins, is subject to the condition it's in. Coins that have been well preserved and show no signs of wear or damage are considered to be in mint state condition. A penny from 1993 that has been kept in pristine condition, without scratches, discoloration, or signs of circulation, can be worth significantly more than one that's been tossed around in a change jar for years. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are as close to mint condition as possible, and finding a 1993 penny in excellent condition can be a rewarding discovery. The value of a penny in mint condition is highly dependent on the demand for that particular year and the rarity of the specific minting errors it might contain. The value of the 1993 Lincoln penny, therefore, depends on a combination of several factors: the presence of rare minting errors, the coin's overall condition, and its scarcity. For example, a 1993 penny with a noticeable double die error or an off-center strike could be worth thousands of dollars, and the more pristine the condition, the higher the value. These rare finds are what make coin collecting such an exciting hobby. The thrill of discovering a hidden treasure among what seems like ordinary change is one of the reasons that numismatics continues to captivate people all over the world. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1993 Lincoln penny could actually be worth. While most 1993 pennies are worth only 1 cent, the coins with significant minting errors and those in excellent condition can be worth a lot more. If you're lucky enough to find a 1993 penny with the rare double die error or an off-center strike in mint state condition, it could be worth as much as $58,000. Yes, that's right, $58,000. It's incredible to think that a simple penny, something that most people wouldn't give a second thought to, could carry such immense value. But that's the magic of coin collecting. You never know when a small piece of history might turn into a big payday. This price might sound astonishing, but it reflects the rarity of the coin and the high demand among collectors who are eager to add a 1993 Lincoln penny with a minting error to their collections. The value of rare coins fluctuates over time based on market demand and the discovery of new examples, but the 1993 penny remains a sought-after item among numismatists. If you come across one of these valuable pennies in your pocket change, it could be the find of a lifetime. The journey of a coin from being part of everyday currency to becoming a valuable collector's item is a fascinating one. The 1993 Lincoln penny, like many other coins in history, started out as a common, everyday object that passed through the hands of millions of people. Over time, certain examples of this penny were given an error, which made them rare, and now they are worth far more than their face value. This transformation from ordinary to extraordinary is part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. In conclusion, the 1993 Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin, but in reality, it holds the potential for incredible value. Whether it's due to a minting error like the double die or an off-center strike, or simply because it has been well preserved in mint state condition, this penny can be worth significantly more than just 1 cent. If you happen to stumble upon a 1993 Lincoln penny that has one of these rare features, you could be holding a coin worth $58,000, or more. It's a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, even the most ordinary-looking pennies can turn into extraordinary treasures. So, next time you find a 1993 penny, take a moment to inspect it carefully. It could just be worth far more than you ever imagined. Top 5. The world of coin collecting is an incredibly fascinating one. Whether it's the thrill of finding something rare in your change or the excitement of digging through old coin collections, there's always the potential for discovering treasures that are worth far more than their face value. And when it comes to valuable coins, one that consistently stands out among collectors is the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny. The 1976 penny is more than just a common coin, it's a piece of American history, and if you happen to come across one that's in exceptional condition or has a rare minting error, it could be worth an eye-popping amount of money. That's right, the 1976 Lincoln penny can be worth as much as $68,000, or $68,000 in words, depending on certain key factors. To understand the true value of the 1976 Lincoln penny, we need to dive into the history of the coin itself. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse, front, features an iconic portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse, back, has undergone several changes over the years. Most notably, in 1959, the reverse of the penny was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remained in circulation until 2008. The year 1976 was significant for a number of reasons, especially in the context of American history. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, marking the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To commemorate this monumental occasion, a special reverse design was introduced for many coins, including the quarter, half dollar, and even the penny. The reverse of the 1976 penny featured a standard Lincoln Memorial design, which was typical for pennies of the time. But while the design remained the same, the significance of the year and the mass production of coins made this particular penny a more fascinating find for collectors. You might be wondering, what makes a 1976 Lincoln penny worth so much money? After all, it's just another penny from the 1970s. Well, you're not wrong that the 1976 penny is part of the regular circulation of coins from that year. However, the true value of this penny comes from the possibility of finding rare minting errors and high-quality specimens, both of which can elevate the worth of the coin to incredible heights. While most 1976 pennies were produced in huge quantities and are still circulating today, certain versions stand out because of special circumstances, including minting mistakes, unique features, and even sheer rarity. Let's start with one of the most sought-after features of the 1976 Lincoln penny, the potential for minting errors. The U.S. Mint is a high-precision operation, but every now and then, a mistake is made during the coin production process. These errors can range from minor flaws to major mistakes, but what makes these coins particularly valuable to collectors is the rarity of the errors themselves. One of the most significant errors that collectors seek in the 1976 penny is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts during the minting process, leading to a doubling effect on certain features of the coin, such as the date or lettering. On a 1976 penny with a double die error, you may notice the numbers 1976 looking thickened, or even appearing to be stamped twice, creating a ghostly effect. This kind of error, especially when it's visible on the date, is one of the most desirable traits for collectors. The rarity of a double die error is what makes such pennies so highly sought after, with coins like this fetching a premium price. In fact, certain examples of the 1976 double die penny have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So if you're lucky enough to come across a 1976 penny with this error, you could find yourself in possession of something truly special. Another significant error found on 1976 Lincoln pennies is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not aligned properly in the minting press, resulting in a design that is shifted to one side of the coin. When this happens, part of the coin's design is cut off, and the resulting error is highly collectible. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you come across a 1976 penny with a major off-center strike, it could potentially be worth a considerable amount of money. Collectors love these unique coins, as they represent an anomaly in the minting process, making them rare and highly prized. In addition to minting errors, the condition of the coin is also a crucial factor in determining its value. Most coins that have been in circulation for a long time will show signs of wear and tear. A penny that has been used frequently will likely have scratches, discoloration, and other signs of age, which can significantly lower its value. On the other hand, a 1976 penny that has been carefully preserved and kept in mint condition is far more valuable. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they have never been used in transactions and retain their original shine and details, can command much higher prices in the marketplace than a 1976 penny that is in mint state, with no signs of wear and with a perfect strike, is considered to be a prized find among collectors. Such coins are rare because the vast majority of pennies minted during that year were quickly used in circulation. The condition of the coin plays a large role in its overall value, with well-preserved specimens fetching far higher prices than their well-worn counterparts. If you happen to find a 1976 penny in pristine condition and it also has a rare minting error, you may be looking at a coin that could be worth a fortune. Now, let's bring it all together. A typical 1976 Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent, and most examples from that year are common coins that don't carry much extra value. However, for the discerning collector who knows what to look for, the 1976 penny can be worth much more. If you find a 1976 penny with a double die error, an off-center strike, or simply in exceptional condition, it could be worth as much as $68,000. Yes, that's right, $68,000. It's incredible to think that a coin that's so small and so commonly used could hold such significant value. But that's the beauty of coin collecting, the thrill of finding something extraordinary in the most unlikely of places. In conclusion, the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another coin, but it holds the potential for great value. From rare minting errors like the double die or off-center strikes, to coins in pristine, mint state condition, the 1976 penny is a perfect example of how a simple coin can transcend its original purpose and become a valuable collector's item. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies, you could hold a piece of American history worth as much as $68,000, or $68,000 in words. So, the next time you come across a 1976 penny in your pocket change or in an old coin collection, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just be holding a hidden treasure.